Good day, Lords and Ladies. Welcome back to Rimworld Odyssey, Far From Home. Last episode dealt with Tok Spreader, and we are now dealing with trying to convert some of our people back to the right religion because we had too many people building up. We built a basic autopsy lab along with some other horrifying things. But yes, unfortunately, our ability to harvest our ability to actually get hold of some supplies has been hampered as a result. So get that stuff harvested. Because our supplies are not great. Right, autopsy is done. So we can now do... butcher for organs, do forever. Clear all and just used healing route. Make sure your medical skills over 5. Human-like corpses. Don't allow that, but we'll do strangers, we'll do slaves. Keep it within like this radius, please. We'll do this. And then we'll go storage, furniture, shelf, get some shelves made. Next thing on the block is batteries, which is doable. It's not great, but it's doable. I mean, to be honest, I'd actually like to get some of these floodlights. Yeah, like these advanced lights would actually be pretty nice to have, I'm not going to lie. So we get that lined up. Yeah, we've got some nice books in storage. Okay. Diver, also clean the hospital, please. Having a dedicated serf always be there to like clean up everything is really useful because it saves my guys having to do it. So it tanks the morale, but yeah. We're going to put in, clear all body parts. Clear all, and we'll say natural organs. And go critical. Critical. 1 second. Yeah, I know the flesh crafting stuff I don't care about, because unless you've got the right meme, you can't do anything with it. But yeah, okay. I've got 4 batteries. That should be okay, because I really don't need this amount. So I'm going to deconstruct some of these batteries to get resources back. So big quest turned up. Feature delivery to the angry partners of the Cosmetic Corporation. The trading temple station nearby has a special trade request. Cowboy hats for, like, I mean, it's nice, but we don't make stuff on demand for people who deal with Xenos, so no. Okay. Forensic learning. We'll hunt that. I mean, the beavers. There's so many animals here that will literally just go nuts if we attack them, which is annoying. Let's get some wood chopped. You're going herbal. Like, how close are we to breaking your resolve? Still a ways off. Okay. Crafting, construction. Okay. Crafting, construction. That's getting done. Okay. This is getting onto the next task that I was thinking about. We need to get rid of this pile of junk. Because it is... I don't like it being here, to be honest. It makes a problem for our defensive line. It also means that if I want to push out the settlement, it's problematic. So I'm going to put down a mine order, and we're going to have to be super quick about it, because the downside of this stuff is that we get waste packs, which is not great, and quite a few waste packs at that. So yeah, you may get some useful stuff out of it. Most of the time, though, it is just, yeah, it is just waste packs, which we then need to get rid of, because you can burn them, and they do break down and leave gunk. We do get some credits, though. Occasionally you do get some nice stuff out of it. So we can make bigger batteries. So large batteries. I mean, my rule of thumb is not to have all our power generation and like our power storage in one place. Small batteries we can have like stored around the place. Sorry about that, friend. Yeah, you can do a lot with them. Charging station. Okay. I mean, I can probably take a small battery and throw it in here for the crafting experience. Like, we get some materials, which is fine, but as you can see, we've got a lot of rubbish. Fortunately, stuff like the plasteel doesn't break down. But it will mean I need to take a person to take the waste off out of here. Oh, I mean, I suppose it's a 40k. We could just take it to the corner of the map and just leave it there, and it just basically breaks open and contaminates. Not great, but it's the Imperium. We have done worse things. Okay. But yeah, I just want this stuff like gone off the map so we can basically finish doing a defensive line. Yeah. That's going down, which is fantastic. Yeah, the problem with Z is gonna be a pain. You can do the Feast of the Emperor. Ooh, that's some nice stuff. But yeah, like this waste we're gonna have to deal with. I'm tempted just to basically put it right up in the corner of a map out of the way and forget about it, because there's not enough of it to cause issues. But we can do an ascension to the Emperor's, of course. Kneeling pads. Yay, kneeling pads. Okay, next time we get a reform option, which is not going to be for a while, yeah, we need to basically deal with that. Can't be able to go off the map edge. So let's just go up here to this piece of terrain where there's like nothing worthwhile on it. Besides, yeah, anti-supercar. But the anti-supercar isn't going to be useful to me, to be honest. Zone. Yeah. And we go waste, and we go... yeah, toxic waste pack. Let's put it up there, out of the way. Gone and forgotten. So they're having a lovely festival, which will cheer people up. As soon as you're converted back to the right religion, that will be good. Like, I am going to get you to join us, mate. Yeah, we've got to deal with you guys as well. No, terrible ascension. Fantastic. You know, that's just what we need. Okay. In here, we've got to go... I can't remember what it's called. What's it called? Tromine. Yeah, okay. Get that in there out of the way, please. Okay. Well, the festival was a bust. Yeah, you're gonna guys are gonna take this up here. Turn that into a high important zone. Okay. I'm just going to dump it up here and forget about it. At most, it will poison the surrounding area. It won't poison our tile. And I mean, this is the Imperium. We don't care a lot about environmental stuff. So, yeah. Will pollute the surrounding terrain if dissolved, deteriorating otherwise. Yeah. So it'll basically just poison this corner of the map. Don't really care about that. We just want it out of the way. Because I want to basically finish building up my defensive line. Yeah, so something like that there would be fantastic. Because then we can basically restructure the church and a whole bunch of other things. To be honest. So I'd like to make the church bigger. It would be nice to have a bigger church. But that's going to involve us having to do a lot of sort of... a lot of basically filling in gaps. I mean, something we could do, rather than ripping down like the whole structure itself, which is always a bit of a ball's ache. We could do something like this. Get it coming out from here. Something like that. And have like this sort of pulled back so it looks a bit like a church. That could do it. Strip out these walls. Have like the old hair with the pews. Like a long... That would be good, I think, yeah. Like we just strip out this internal stuff to make it almost church-like. Have like imagine like a spire. That kind of thing. That could work. That could work very nicely. Okay. And we wouldn't have to do a ton of alteration to the existing church structure. So we wouldn't have to tear it down. This can go in here to make a defensive line. If that's the case, I will... do my plans for here slightly differently. We'll do that instead. And yeah, and this approach is now nice and solidly covered. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, horses are fed. Good, good, good. Okay. Wake up. You've got things, you've got the hall. Okay. Wake up. You got things, you got a hole. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with this This design I am pleased with. We can push the altar back to here. More pews, some like kneeling cushions. Everything is good. Okay. Yeah, so it's all up there deteriorating away. Fantastic. Don't need to worry about it. Okay. Okie dokie. So that's getting built up. And you're depressed because of all the negative stuff. Sith cult disliking slavery, which I always found ridiculous. Okay. So this is all getting built up. Fantastic. Yeah, deconstruct these walls. Yeah, and then we'll go floors. Okay. Okay, we'll go stuff like that, yeah. And get this all built up. Ideology. Okay. Nice defensive line set up. Okay, so you're fully healed. 79. 57. Once he's fully converted, we'll let him back out. I may even, to be honest, put C in there, just so we can speed up her conversion. Because, yeah, it is a bit problematic. Yeah, slightly impressive church. Okay, let's... We have granite blocks. We have, yeah, let's go with ideology. yeah, granite. And we'll put that there. Reinstall... No. Reinstall that there. That can go there. And we can do that. And put that there. Okay, batteries are done. Fantastic. It's a shame that we can't, like, move this, but it's just how it's going to have to be. That's getting built. But yeah, now we have a slightly impressive church, which is fantastic. I will, though, just to sort of save on space, I will basically get these walls to be stripped down. So that we do have a bit more and reinstall those there. Reinstall those there. Okay. Okay, so that's coming up. Yeah, we have a much more impressive church. Okay. We don't have a ton of cloth. But that will help us with some of the things we need to do here. Actually, while you're thinking of it, get that done, because we can get that done a lot quicker with you. Okay. Tantrum. Yeah, he's having a hissy fit. Broke the toilet. Nothing we can do. Nothing we can do about that. There's a hunting site. Ooh, 11 people. Like, both of these are doable. If we send the guard. Okay. Okay, that's done. That can be distracted. Like, you've literally destroyed everything in your tantrum. Yeah. We'll beat you unconscious, mate. Okay. Well, he's still contained, so that's fine. I need to get the prison stuff sorted. Okay. Get the kneeling pad sorted. Right. Food-wise, we're okay food-wise. Look, mate, just calm down and convert back, or convert to the true faith of the Imperial Creed. Right, okay. That's getting built up. That's being built up. Fantastic. From a wood perspective, not so great. Yeah. The sooner we can get you converted over, the better. You're at 41%. Okay, very impressive church. Good. Okay, we're now in spring. Okay. Let's get some more plants being grown. We'll get cotton down. It's not great. Colossal aero fleet. A strange flying creature bounces into the distance, blundering around the landscape. Small specimens seem to attract to it. Sort of distance. Seems to be mostly harmless, but it'll probably leave the area. Oh, whoa, yeah, that's not a small amount to them, I'm not going to lie. Let's just let them go past, because at the time being right now, we have more important things to worry about. 41%. Okay. Yeah. Get that stuff hauled. Oh, we actually had that already there. You know what? I will take some dye. Single crop of dye would do us with that, and that's a cotton growing there will be fine. Rightio. Because with dye we can change our clothings and stuff like that, which is fantastic. Advanced lighting, put some basic lights around the settlement. Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah. I will get a couple of muffalo to be hunted. Okay. And get our medicine under control. You're going out with a blaster. That's probably not the smartest thing in the world to do. Problem is, blasters do burns, if I recall. I mean, if nothing else, it'll help improve your shooting. I do like the art style for this. They did a lot of work for it. Okay. What do you mean slept in the cold? Advanced lighting is done. Okay. So we have outdoor lamp. So we have flood lamps. Like, flood lamps are nice just because the sheer size of them. Put one there. One there. We cover most of the facility. Yeah. I don't need to have a ton of them. Just enough to cover important areas. Like here. Okay. Get that built. Next, we're on to industrial generators. Yeah, that will be the next big thing. Once we have industrial generators, we can actually do a lot. So yeah, we have lights on. It will help us a lot. You know what? As much as I dislike the idea, I will throw one down here. Okay, so that lights up, that lights up. Okay, so now the base is mostly illuminated at night. The only one we haven't got, and it's not going to be easy to put any power into, is out here, but I do have plans. Okay. Oh no, have they all gone crazy? Just that one. Okay, just that one. Okay, make a run for it, lad. You should be able to outpace most of the Muffalo. You two, let's go. No, actually, you can't do anything because you're useless. But you have a las gun. Run, lad. Run. Run for the guard. Fortunately, we do have a las gun, so... we can just basically do that. And you set my corn... you set my... go and put it out, you lunatics. Never an ideal day, is it? Okay. Burn down my entire cotton harvest. I suppose this is what I get. Okay. Not great, but it's been worse. Now we have a nice fat stash of beef. Okay. So. And the blight got to the rice. Who does plants? Get it chopped, please. Before it completely spreads and gets everything infected around it. Okay. So, we have a much more improved church, which is fantastic. Lighting situation is underway. Power-wise, I can't risk making these unless we are 100% sure that they're going to work. I also need to think about where we're going to put the generators, because these are big. My plan is probably going to be down here. Like, take out this. I mean, the other thing is we bury him in the mountain. Like, relocate this structure. Movement. The problem is right next to the industrial complex, which is annoying. But I want to have the generators somewhere nearby where they are secure. I mean, we could technically probably put them up here, because they're just as secure here as they are here. It might be a plan. Dig out this hillside. And we'll probably just slide them in here. It's the easiest place to put them. Okay. Floors. Yeah, let's start clearing this place up a bit when it comes to appearance. I mean, this is the Imperium. When I told you, mate, to chop everything, it wasn't me being glib. Are you eating my blinking heel root? You are eating my heel root. Blasted Xenos. The problem is if I start shooting at him, it will cause a massive explosion, which is annoying. Okay. Get that mined out. Actually, why am I mining it out? I've got it back here. Unless we know what's in this mountain. Yeah. Mine this out instead, and we'll clean it up here as power generation. Yeah, Colossal Aerial Fleets. For those of you interested, here it is. Yeah, but they eat lots of crops, which is annoying for me. The little ones aren't so much of a pain, it's the big ones are right annoying. Can't risk... The only problem with doing it in a mountain is we get a bug eruption. That's the only thing I don't like about this plan. Bug eruption is actually something realizing now pretty problematic, because I can't easily get them back. So I might actually do what I was planning to do and put them in the side, so they're not directly under the mountain. Ugh, great. Grey Pale is sort of rolled through, which is going to nerf everything. Makes everyone slow down as well. You know, you could just clean the public bathroom, that would be great. Yeah. Ooh, wood is definitely getting a bit lower than I anticipated. Chop wood. %. Better than nothing, I suppose. We could do a leadership speech. Yeah. Would be good as a way of getting morale up, if nothing else. Okay. Getting this mined out is important. We should only need one cropper to die as well. Okay. Right. Research is coming on. Down 27%. Who's our primary miner? Right, so let's just get this done at the end of the session. Because the tech priest getting that done would be huge. Okay. It's like this. These things aren't small. Like these things are big. They take up a lot of space. So I'm probably going to have to demolish a lot of stuff. As you can see, these things are big. They're 3x3, so we're going to get 2 of them in here. I mean, at the size that it is, I'm wondering if I just don't... Now that I think about it, it's probably better to make a separate structure over here. Might be worth it in the long run. Yeah, it might make more sense in the long run to do that. Okay. Structure. Generator block here. With that being said, if we're doing this, we need more concrete. And we've got space now that I don't know what to do with. Okay. But yeah, we've got this, going to build this. I'm going to put the generators in here and have it as a power plant then. Not happy about it, but it's the best we got. Forgotten how big they were, unless we go smaller. Thing is that you lose 1,000 watts pretty much between the two. I'd rather have like several of these. Like have several of these in here. One, like have basically like a line of them, 1, 2, 3 along here. But yeah, that's for next time. We'll put the generators up, and that will solve our power issues for a while. And it means that I can dial back on the amount of wood burners we have. Because I could probably also start switching them over to chem fuel. And we go pipe network. Get a chem fuel tank. Get a chem fuel tank set up with the whole pipes and everything, and we just basically switch over to chem fuel and have them tapped into the fuel supply. And then we don't have to worry about refueling them. That might make the most sense. So that's the next time, folks. I've been Cornish-Knight. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.